Kill what? How you say your whole last name? It's long as hell.
Deal with you, bro.
Why they call you Kill? You was in the Army, wasn't you?
I was in the Air Force.
Air Force, same thing. Ain't you doing a lot of killing?
Nah, bro.
What you doing in the Air Force?
I was in the office, bro, sleep.
Oh, you in the office?
Yeah, and everything.
So when people say the Air Force, I be thinking that just mean, oh snap, watch out, he dangerous.
Everybody think that shit. People, as soon as they say you in the Air Force, people like, you fly planes, like, nigga, no.
Do you tell people you in the Air Force, or did you did time, or you just be trying to live your everyday, or what you be doing with that?
No, I don't tell nobody about the Air Force. That's a whole other life, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it like?
Being in the Air Force?
Yeah.
Shit, it's like, man.
What is it like, bro? Tell me,
bullshit,
bro. I gotta know. What?
I did not like being in the military, bro. I like the people that I met and the experiences that I had with the people that I met, but other than that, I don't like the structure of the Air Force. I don't like the hierarchy. I didn't like how it was ran, but now it's just my experience.
Why'd you go into it?
Well, my mom passed away when I was 16. My dad was prior military, and a lot of my brothers were going to prison. Like, all my brothers, like, gangbangers.
How many brothers you got?
I got 4 brothers.
4 brothers?
Yeah, 1 passed away, 2 passed away, and but 2 are still alive. But so my dad kind of pressed me to go to the military after my mom passed away, to give me kind of an opportunity to start all over, and not to be around the environment that I was kind of growing up in. So I went ahead and went with it, and went in there to get away from the city that I was in, and get away from what I was going through as a teenager, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I went. I didn't want to go at all, but that's why when I originally wanted to go to acting school. Well, shit, you know, it's just a lot of peer pressure coming from my dad at the time, you know what I'm saying? Since my mama passed away, I didn't really have anything else to kind of go to, you know what I'm saying? So I just went ahead and went with it to get away, you know, from, you know, the situation that I was in and shit. So, yeah, but I didn't enjoy it at all. It wasn't a good place to go for me in the mental state that I was in when I went. Yeah. So, and that's why I didn't really stay in the military, you know, a long time, you know what I'm saying? I stayed in there for a couple of years, did my time, and got up out of there, you know what I'm saying? So.
But you get to pick and choose how long you're there. You get to say, yo, I'm out. I'm only doing my. I'm doing 365 days twice.
No, you gotta sign up for 2 years, 4 years,
minimum
6 years, or 8 years. Yeah.
Do you feel like it helped with like discipline and like
fuck?
You know,
I said he didn't like that.
No, I didn't help with any of that, because you're going to be who you are. I think the military is for people who have no direction. And I'm not saying that against anybody in the military at all, because we're not military members, obviously. But if you don't know what you're doing with your life, or if you don't know exactly what you want to do, typically, that's why recruiters want people that are teenagers. Typically, when you recruited, you're a 17, 18-year-old, you know, your mind's not fully developed to make a decision on really what you want to do in life. So that's why I say a lot of people in the military that I met didn't have direction when they went. Me personally, I was going through something personal in life, and I was peer pressure to go to the military. So I was kind of in that same pool of people who kind of lost. They wanted somewhere to go that would work. Someone's telling you what to do so that you know exactly what you need to do in order to make money. And I never liked that structure personally. On everything they do, definitely. I mean, once again, if you're a free-thinking person, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to go to the military, because the military is structured for you to dress a certain way, look a certain way, show up a certain time. That's why basic training is meant to break your character. That's why they yell at you. That's why they treat you like shit the entire time you're there, because it's meant to break you down and tear down and strip you of everybody you were before you put the uniform on. And that's the process you go through in basic training. It's meant literally to break you down into nothing and then build you up how they want to build you up into this person that's meant, you know, for a certain job in the military, whatever it is you're doing. And on top of that, puts you this way, nigga, if you're a 17 or 18-year-old in basic training, you got a 35-year-old sergeant, big swole motherfucker yelling at you, typically you're not gonna say fuck you, bro. You don't know, and they don't, when you go to the military, you don't know that. You don't know what you can say, what you can get away with, until you see somebody do that and pull it off.
And you say you don't usually see that?
Yeah, I didn't see it the whole time I was in basic, you know what I'm saying?
You think you could beat up a sergeant if you're just going in or somewhere? You think you just got hands?
Well, first off, I'll tell you this much, that's the last thing you want to do, because they will jump you. It's never going to be no
So you think he could beat up a sergeant?
Even if he could beat up a sergeant, once
but I'm saying, do you think he could?
I think there's a couple of them he could probably take, but
then it would be a bad idea.
Then it would be a bad idea.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be a good idea.
I mean, because there's some sergeants that's 5'6", overpowering.
So you'll get beat up by 5'6".
But at the same time, them niggas, a lot of times the sergeants are security forces in the Air Force.
5'6". That's meant to embarrass people, right?
You said what?
Cause you, how tall?
I'm 6'2".
6'2". But they was like,
you talking about like 4 or 5'6" dudes. You like, yo, man, you better chill.
Hey, nigga.
5'6" dudes, but they military trained.
Motherfuckers.
I know they are. I know they will.
Nigga,
let me ask you this,
a lot of people think because you small, they can't, man, they'll take your knee out, bro.
I know they will.
You niggas don't even know how to go for the face. They take that ankle out, nigga, you can't do shit.
I know they will. Let me ask you this. Do that military background, does that do anything with your comedy? Like, is that where all of your comedy comes from?
I don't even
or do you
talk
kind of
about
let
that.
it kind of go?
I don't talk about that really.
You leave that out your life.
I leave it completely out of my life. I think at some point I'll end up writing about it. You know what I'm saying? As far as not so much stand-up comedy, but more so on a screenplay type shit. And I might even start, you know, if God wills it, I might even, you know, do a web series that's based off of my experiences in the Air Force, because it's so hilarious the way that, you know, it went for me. And a lot of people think that once again, I got to make this clear. This is never meant to disrespect the military.
What you about to do to disrespect the military?
Let me finish.
As soon as people say that, they about to disrespect the military.
No, you got to make it clear. You know, people are soft these days when the camera's on.
Here it comes.
You got to be clear about it.
Batter up.
So I never can. I'm not saying this any disrespect. This is talking about my personal experiences in the military. This is what I went through, and this is how I feel about my experiences, not to do with them as a whole or structure. You know what I'm saying? But personally, dude.
Oh shit. He said, personally, dude. Come on.
Nigga, when it comes to the military, bro, I'll put it to you this way, bro. When it comes to the military, like I said, it's a place where you go if you really want someone to tell you exactly how to live your life, man. And that's what the military is for. It's not meant for somebody like a creative person to be at, because it puts you in a box of what you can do and what you can't do. You know, it's like you said, it's meant to groom someone to be someone that they want you to be. You know, it wasn't ever meant to be a free thinking society to be in the military. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I think that the military is great for someone who needs structure, but I don't believe that as an entrepreneur, as a comedian, as an actor, whatever, that's not a place for someone if you want to pursue, you know, that career field. You know what I'm saying? I think that's somewhere you can start young as possible. As soon as you get out of high school, I think you should go into acting class. You should try and get into college for the arts. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you want to pursue, you know, while you're in the military, because you're not going to be able to do it. Now, a smart way to do that is if you went to the military for a couple of years, took advantage of the GI Bill, which is $180,000, and then you go to college, you know what I'm saying, which is what
smart
I can do.
See how much stuff you know?
So you can get in and get out, and then take the money and go to school and pursue it that way. But once again, I didn't want to go, so I didn't go in there with that plan. It just so happened to work out that way for me.
So they give you 180 grand?
Yeah, you can. It's called a GI Bill, so that's what you get to go to school with when you complete a certain amount of time in the military.
You rather be an actor or a comedian? Like, which one you would rather be more of? If like you say, God willing, you talk to God all the time, or every once in a while when you get in trouble? When you get in trouble?
When I get in trouble, and I talk to him, I talk to God every once in a while.
Okay, that's cool. Y'all got your own relationship.
Yeah, basically.
Here's the thing, though.
Oh, you want to be an actor, or you want to be a comedian more, as far as just what you're trying to do?
That's a good question. I think they both go hand in hand for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're both doorways for each other. You know what I'm saying? Actors can go into comedy, and comedians can go into acting, but I think that. Go ahead, bro.
You feel like actors can go into comedy?
I think so.
I feel like comedians can go into acting. I don't feel like every actor could be a comedian.
I don't think the Wayans brothers started off in stand-up comedy. They started off in improv and on camera, you know what I'm saying, doing acting before they all went into stand-up comedy. Jim Carrey the same way.
That's a good example.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of actors that, I'm not saying, once again, I'm not saying that they're going to be funny, but you can do that. If you're a famous actor and you want to put on a comedy show, you can go put on and people are going to show up for it. You know what I'm saying? You can be a rapper. Obviously, we saw T.I. do that. And if you want, you can go out and do a comedy, and people are gonna come to you can bomb every time. They'll come consistently just because you are who you are. You know, and obviously you know how many opportunities can come from being a stand-up comedian. Of course. You know what I'm saying?
Especially because everybody know you like that.
Right.
How many times you get on stage? You think it's mandatory you get up a lot, or you get up just a couple times a week? Like, what you got? You write at the house, or what you like? How was your creative process?
My creative process, bro, I definitely write at the house, and a lot of it is I come up
by
with
yourself.